Today, Sophie Cunningham gets sent a stern message, gets sent a warning from the core four, the emotional women that run the Indiana Fever. Kelly Krauskopf, Lynn Dunn, Amber Cox, Stephanie White. There's not a more dysfunctional group of individuals running a franchise than these four. They are the worst. They are petty, they are emotional, they are unorganized.
Sophie Cunningham's career hit a brick wall the moment she decided to ignore the bench and pass the ball to Caitlin Clark. It wasn't just a missed assignment, it was a total act of defiance that sent the Indiana Fever front office into a blind rage. They didn't just get mad, they got even, by sending a message that would chill every player in that locker room to the bone. 1 minute, she was making the winning play, and the next, she was being erased from the lineup under the most suspicious circumstances imaginable. The fallout from this single moment of loyalty is now threatening to burn the entire franchise to the ground as we speak.
Sophie, this is how quick we can make sure you don't play. You better get in line. You better get in line and follow the program. You better get in line and follow protocol. Don't you ever go rogue again, because just like that, we'll make up an injury and you won't play ever again. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We all remember this play. Poetry in motion. Sophie inbounding the ball, ignoring Kelsey Mitchell.
Behind the closed doors of the Fever facility, a group of 4 women are running things like a private dictatorship. Kelly Krauskopf, Lynn Dunn, Amber Cox, and Stephanie White have created what many are calling the most dysfunctional leadership team in sports history. They didn't see Sophie's pass to Caitlin as a great basketball play, they saw it as a betrayal of their authority. The word from the inside is that Sophie was pulled aside and told exactly how fast her career could disappear if she ever went rogue again. This wasn't a coaching moment. It was a threat designed to keep every player in line and under their thumb.
Bang! Sophie Cunningham got sent a warning because she didn't follow the plan. Sophie Cunningham gets sent a message because she didn't follow the plan. She went off script. So now Kelly, Amber, Lynn, and Stephanie are punishing her. Sophie confirms all of our doubts when she says, didn't follow the plan, won anyway. This is the truth. Sophie Cunningham then follows up earlier Wednesday morning. You guys read too much into...
Suddenly, Sophie Cunningham finds herself on the injury report with a mysterious right elbow issue that seemingly appeared out of thin air. Fans are calling it a humiliation ritual, a way, they claim, for Stephanie White to bench a player who dared to prioritize Caitlin Clark over a failing system. It is like something out of a strict boarding school, where the nuns beat your hands with a ruler for speaking out of turn. They cannot just cut her without causing a riot, so, as some argue, they have manufactured a reason to keep her sidelined. This elbow injury is being described online as the ultimate corporate gaslighting technique, and, according to critics, everyone with eyes can see exactly what is happening here.
Are they holding you hostage? Do you need us to send backup? Do you need us to send... What are they holding over your head, Sophie? And now we know what they're holding over her head. Playing time. Oh, now Sophie's questionable. Is she gonna play? Oh, she's gonna play. But this is a message to not only Sophie Cunningham, this is a message to everybody else on that team. Don't you dare think you're bigger than the program. Don't you...
Let us look at the tape that, according to fans, got Sophie in hot water in the first place. It was, in their view, poetry in motion. Sophie inbounding the ball, looking past Kelsey Mitchell, and firing a perfect strike to Caitlin Clark, who pulled up from 32 foot out to bang home a massive triple. That play was not in the official playbook, and, as critics argue, that is exactly why the coaching staff is so furious. Sophie went off script to make what some call the right play, which, in their interpretation, exposes flaws in the bench's strategy. By choosing Caitlin over the coaches, Sophie is said by some fans to have effectively challenged Stephanie White's system, and, according to that narrative, the front office took it extremely personally.
Don't you dare think you're bigger than the program. Don't you dare go into business for yourself, as they would say in the wrestling world. Don't you dare make the right play. Just make the play that we tell you to make. This sends a message to all those players in the locker room. You follow the script, or just like that, you'll find yourself on an injury report. Just like that, you'll find yourself questionable. And if our doctors that we pay...
The optics got even weirder when Sophie had to take to social media, according to fans, to do some damage control. She posted a message telling followers they were reading too much into things and claiming the play was exactly what the coach drew up, but the internet, as many users pointed out, was not buying it for a second. Some people online even joked about the tone of the statement, saying it felt overly polished or heavily PR managed. Others exaggerated their reactions, turning it into memes and hyperbole about reading between the lines. In that online discourse, the situation quickly became less about the play itself and more about speculation, social media narratives, and how athletes are perceived when they address controversy.
How did Sophie magically hurt this elbow? What is this, like Catholic school? Did nuns come into the Indiana Fever locker room after going rogue and they beat Sophie's elbow with a ruler? Did Sophie have to get up in front of the locker room and hold books on both hands and keep her arms up as long as she could? What was the punishment for Sophie? She had to write this: I will not pass to Caitlin Clark again. I will not pass to Caitlin Clark again. I will not pass to Caitlin Clark. This was her punishment. She had to walk up to the chalkboard in front.
Stephanie White, according to some critics, is under increasing pressure as questions grow around her control of the locker room. She was brought in to lead the team, but detractors argue that the system has not fully clicked and that the offense has struggled to find consistency. With an offense currently ranked 9th in the league, critics point out that the results have not matched expectations for a roster featuring a talent like Caitlin Clark. Instead of making broad schematic changes, some fans claim the focus has shifted toward discipline and internal structure, though others disagree with that interpretation. In that narrative, the situation becomes less about panic and more about a team still trying to balance expectations, roles, and identity during a developing season.
In paying to watch your Connecticut Sun style offense that is ranked 9th in offensive rating, the market yells. 9th in offensive rating. Oh boy. You know how bad you need to be as a coach, as a staff, to have Caitlin Clark on your team and be 9th in offensive rating? You need to be Stephanie White bad. You need to be Stephanie White levels of bad. Take a look at the tickets. This is verified and standard tickets. There's a lot of seats still available.
The most devastating blow to the organization, according to some fans, is not coming from the players, it is coming from the box office. Ticket sales for the Indiana Fever, critics claim, are falling sharply, as frustration grows among sections of the fanbase who feel the team is not fully maximizing its potential. Prices, in some online comparisons, are said to be low enough that people joke you could buy a ticket for less than the cost of 2 blizzards at Dairy Queen. In that narrative, the market response is being interpreted as a sign of dissatisfaction with a slower, less exciting style of play. Supporters of this view argue that when fans feel disconnected from decisions and player usage, the financial impact can follow quickly and noticeably.
Done, Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf. If you guys were in a desert and you needed water, I'd come to you with the water. And then I would pour it out right in front of you. Oopsie, did I do that? Shout out to Steve. Did I do that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. The venue is open tonight, and I look forward to seeing you all there. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.
This isn't just about Sophie. According to some fans, it is being interpreted as a warning shot fired across the bow of every player on the Indiana Fever roster. The message, in that narrative, is loud and clear: do not dare think you are bigger than the program. In professional wrestling terms, fans often describe this as going into business for yourself, which is seen in that world as the ultimate sin in a tightly controlled system. Some critics argue that coaches may prefer a player to execute the called play, even if another option appears better in real time. In that interpretation, the debate becomes less about one possession and more about control versus creativity. Online discussions suggest that players may feel tension between basketball instincts and system discipline. Although these views are highly subjective and vary widely among fans, there is also a growing layer of online humor and exaggeration surrounding the situation, including jokes and memes that stretch far beyond verified facts. Some of this commentary frames events in dramatic, almost cinematic terms, but it reflects fan emotion more than confirmed reality. At the center of the discussion is Caitlin Clark, a player who has undeniably reshaped attention around the team. Some fans believe her presence has intensified scrutiny on coaching decisions and rotations, while others argue that such interpretations overstate normal team dynamics in a developing season. Performance discussions have also entered the conversation, with critics pointing to offensive rankings and comparing expectations against results. Supporters counter that team systems often take time to adjust and that statistics alone do not capture internal development or chemistry building. Ticket prices and fan engagement are frequently mentioned in online debates as well, though claims about market behavior vary and are often anecdotal rather than formally verified. As with many high-profile sports narratives, perception and emotion tend to amplify uncertainty into larger theories about direction and leadership. In many ways, the situation reflects a broader pattern seen in professional sports discourse, where tactical disagreements evolve into larger storytelling narratives about control, leadership, and identity. What one group sees as structure, another may interpret as restriction, and that gap often fuels ongoing debate. The upcoming matchups, including games against teams like the Chicago Sky, are being framed by fans as key moments for momentum and team identity. Some see pressure building, while others view it simply as part of a long season of adjustments and evaluation. Ultimately, much of the conversation exists in the space between fact, interpretation, and fan-driven narrative. In that space, emotions run high, and stories often grow larger than the on-court reality they are built on.